Sometimes the biggest pain in life is not hunger. It is the feeling that no one in the world truly belongs to you. Imagine growing up without hearing the word mother even once. And imagine carrying a voice inside your heart but never being able to speak it. In a small poor village, there lived a 17-year-old girl named Zara. The day Sara was born, her mother died during childbirth. Her father was alive, but not really present in her life. He was addicted to alcohol. Every day he drank. Every night he slept without caring about food, home, or his daughter. Sara had never seen her mother. She had never even heard someone call her "my child." And Sara herself could not speak. Since childhood, she was mute. She could hear everything. She could understand everything, but her lips never formed words. When she saw other children walking with their mothers, holding their hands, laughing, calling mother, Sara would quietly stand far away and watch. Her eyes often filled with tears, because she had never said that word, and no one had ever called her with love. The village itself was very poor. Most houses were made of mud. Sara's house was worse than most. One side had a broken roof. The other side was covered with a torn tarpaulin sheet. During rainy days, water entered the house. The same room was for cooking, eating, and sleeping. There was a small corner covered with cloth that acted like a bathroom. When Sara tried to bathe, some bad men from the village would stare and make ugly comments. Sara heard everything, but she could never speak, and silence sometimes becomes the heaviest pain. Even with all this, Sara loved her father deeply. She waited for the day he would look at her with care, but he never noticed. Morning to night, he remained lost in alcohol. Sara slowly learned to live alone. One day, while cleaning the house, she found an old torn envelope hidden in a box. Inside it was a faded photograph of a woman. The picture was damaged. The face was not very clear. Sara did not know who the woman was, but when she looked at the photo, something inside her heart moved. Her eyes became wet. Maybe her heart understood something that her mind did not. She carefully kept the photo. That night, she took a small pencil and tried to draw the same face on a piece of paper. The first drawing failed, then the second, then the third. But slowly, line by line, something beautiful started appearing. The face looked gentle, kind. Sara began to believe this woman might be her mother. From that day, whenever she felt lonely, she would sit quietly and draw that face again and again. Different expressions, different poses. Sometimes she would even draw herself standing beside that woman. It was her silent way of talking to a mother she never met. Some years earlier, village leaders had admitted Sara to a small government school near the village. Every morning she walked there, barefoot sometimes with broken slippers. She had no school bag, no proper notebooks, no good clothes. Children in school laughed at her. Some called her the mute girl. Some teachers also treated her like she was less important. No one sat beside her. No one played with her. Sometimes Sara stopped going to school and worked in village farms or houses. If she did not work, she could not survive. People spoke badly about her, but Sara remained silent, because silence was the only language she had. Still, her mind was very sharp. One day the school organized a drawing competition. Artists from the state also came as judges. Sara quietly participated. She began drawing the same woman she had been drawing for years. The face was calm, soft, but halfway through the drawing, Her pencil became too small to use. She had no other pencil, so the drawing remained unfinished. Still, when the judges saw it, they stopped. Something in that half-drawing touched them deeply. A few days later, the school announced a function. Prizes would be given. Students were told to come with their parents. They were told to wear good clothes and shoes. That night, Sara could not sleep. She had no parents to bring, no nice clothes, no shoes, only a pair of broken slippers. In the morning, she tied the slippers together with a small wire so they would not break again. Then she quietly walked to the school. But at the gate, security stopped her. Her clothes looked too poor. They thought she did not belong there. Zara stood outside the gate. Inside, the function began. From outside, she heard the announcer say her name. First prize, Zara. She heard people clapping, but she was outside the gate. Tears rolled down her face. Watching other students collect their prizes, Zara felt something heavy in her chest. For a moment, she thought, maybe being born poor is the biggest mistake. After the function ended, she slowly walked back home. But something unexpected had already happened. The senior artists who judged the competition could not forget that drawing. The emotion in those lines, the quiet pain in the face, it stayed in their hearts. They asked the school about the girl. They searched for her house. And one day, they arrived at Zara's broken home. They invited her to participate in a larger art event. They also helped her with some funds and materials. At the event, Zara made a new drawing. It was simple, a 40-year-old woman standing beside a young girl near water. Nothing complicated, but the emotion in that drawing was powerful. The drawing was later auctioned for a very high price. Within 3 years, Zara's life changed completely. The mute girl from the broken house became a respected artist, and through her drawings, she finally spoke to the world. Life does not always give everyone the same beginning. Some people start with love, some start with pain, but pain can also become power. Zara never had a voice, yet her silence created a language stronger than words. Sometimes God closes one door, so another gift inside us can open. Never think your struggle is useless. Inside your pain, there might be a hidden talent waiting to rise. If this story touched your heart even a little, pause for a moment and think. How many silent people around us are carrying unseen battles? And if you enjoy stories that speak quietly to the heart, stay connected with Eliza Bethell's tales, because sometimes the softest stories leave the deepest lessons.